Trail Seeker Adventures heads to OHIOPYLE, Pennsylvania, where we check out OHIOPYLE State Park. We loaded up the bikes in a kayak and we bring you along. I'll do some kayaking in the lower Yacht.
We hop on our mountain bikes, check out the scenery, and see what OHIOPYLE has to offer.
Come along and let's check it out. When Heidi and I are not riding our dirt bikes, we head out on the weekends and usually look for something to do. We try to find a trail somewhere, whether we're walking our dog or riding our mountain bikes, and then we bring that information to you. So when you're home, bored, or need a place to go try out a mountain bike trail, give you the information before you even get off the couch. And this weekend, we're heading to OHIOPYLE. And yes, I do get a little whitewater kayaking in just to show you what the river's all about, but no, that was not me going off the falls. Even though I have done that about 3 times in the past, this is me back a few years ago. I am no longer going off the falls with my back injuries. The falls is the main attraction here at the OHIOPYLE, and there's 3 different platforms that you can check out the falls, get you a selfie, and then even if you get lucky, maybe see a kayaker come off the falls, although there's a spatial requirement that you have to meet before you can go off the falls.
Starting at the main falls, you will find informational plaques that are along a path that leads you to the OHIOPYLE State Park Visitor Center. Inside you will find a bathroom, some stuff about the nature along OHIOPYLE, and also a great place to check out the falls. OHIOPYLE is a pet-friendly area. Just remember to clean up after your pet. There is dispensers along the trail where you can grab a bag if needed.
OHIOPYLE is also known for kayaking and rafting. This is where you would take your training course before you hit the rapid. As you walk down this trail, there's many different varieties of kayaking and rafting that you can do, but you can also rent. And whenever you rent a ducky, it could be a single ducky, double ducky, or even a raft. Whether it's a 4-man raft, a 2-person shredder, whatever it takes. But before you take off, you got to get a launch pass. And that's only on certain days. And also you got to get a shuttle token. The shuttle token will take you from the river up to the parking lot if you do the entire lower Yacht. You can also do the loop. I will be taking you a trip on the loop today, and I will give you more information about the loop. But this is an informational board. It gives you an idea of how the rapids are laid out throughout the river and things to look out for. Definitely check this out before you hit the rapids. Now it's time for me to get geared up and take you a trip around the loop. As I'm getting ready, let's see what Heidi has. She's heading down to the river.
So this is the walk that we do. As you can see, OHIOPYLE, like the little towns behind us, you follow these little footsteps and it takes you to some different sites. So you can go to the natural falls, which we're going to go to later, or you can go to Cucumber Falls, which hopefully we'll hit that later. That's where Kenny asked me to marry him. But we are going to walk down this one little path in the woods and videotape Kenny coming down some of the rapids, and hopefully he'll do some swimming a little, or some surfing, hopefully not swimming, and we'll get him on that. So now we are entering how we're going to go watch Kenny on the Yacht. And here you can see the trail. It's called Meadow Run Trail. And it's just a little sneak trail that we are going to go walking. So we'll take you for a little bit and then turn it back on whenever we get to the trail. Should be interesting. As long as Timber doesn't take me clear down the trail. And so the trail that Kendall, Timber, and myself are on is actually on River Left. If you keep following this trail, it will actually take you out to Cucumber Falls. There's also a trail system on the river right. In order to get access, you get on the rails and trails and cross the railroad trestle that you will see us cross later in this video. So this trail is a narrow trail that definitely you need to be careful where you step. There is some loose rocks. When you get down to the creek there, it's kind of caved in a little bit. So definitely be careful. On this trail too, when Kenny and I were down here one time, we saw a huge copperhead. So, and me and Kendall saw a baby copperhead that day, this day too. But you definitely want to be careful, watch your steps. But this leads into a beautiful place where you can sunbathe, you can fish, there's tons of swimming holes. Timber went for a swim, I think way deeper than he thought it was. And it's a great place to take pictures of the rafts, the duckies, and the kayaks coming down. Come on.
The first rapid on the lower yacht or the loop is entrance, and this is it. Heidi is checking it out from the side, river left. I've had many experiences coming through the entrance rapid, but the first one was not good. We'll get into that later. As I'm coming down, you need to sign in, whether you're doing the loop or the entire lower yacht. This way, if you don't make it out, they'll have your name and where you're from. I'm only doing the loop today, and you only have to get a pass on the weekends. Make sure you check out the website. It changes throughout the years. This is a crazy year, so I'm not real sure, but they did make me buy a pass, and I do not need a bus pass. Bus pass is only for if you do the entire lower yacht. If you do the entire lower yacht, you have to set a shuttle, and a shuttle is a vehicle for you to be able to ride back to the beginning. There's different ways you can do that. You can either have somebody take a second car, drop a car off and come back, but you can also mountain bike it. Heidi and I have mountain biked it several times. You actually load up your bikes, you take your car up to the parking lot, and then you just are able to run a mountain bike trail down to the rail trail, and then come on back up to the entrance. That's one way a lot of people does it. Or you can go up here and take a chance and get a bummer ride back to the parking lot. But the loop is unique to where you don't have to set a shuttle. You get in below the falls, you do a section of the river, you get out at the railroad trestle, and you're able to walk right back to where you started. I hope you like what you're watching. As you know, I am injured and I'm not able to get out and race, so I thought I'd bring you some of the adventures that we do throughout the summer when we're not racing. If you like this type of thing, to give you an idea what to do when you're not racing or when you want to get out with the family, just make sure you like our videos and make sure you subscribe. You can either wait till the end of the video and hit the logo in the middle of the plate, or you can hit the little red icon at the bottom of the page. This is entrance. This is where I actually lost my first kayak. I came up to OHIOPYLE, thought I was an expert, bought a brand new kayak for $600, and coming right past this rapid, I couldn't miss the big hole here on the right, flipped over, swam, my boat goes floating down the river, and I ended up on a rock in the middle of the river. Luckily, some dude seen it, ran my boat down, and retrieved it for me, and I swam back and got back in it. The rest of the day, I had no problems.
Yeah, he jumped in right there.
He jumped in and couldn't get out?
Did you get a bass all snaggle too?
After a short visit with Heidi and Kendall, I head back out to the river to do some surfing. Surfing is where you actually get in a little hole and face your boat up the stream, and you can sit there and do tricks and hang out for a little while. That's one of the things we do when we're out whitewater kayaking. After entrance, we head to Cucumber Rapid, and this is one of the most interesting rapids on the river. There's definitely places you need to be and places you shouldn't be.
It's a little bony today. Right there to the right. You don't want to be in there.
Okay, so you did hear where Kenny said, don't go in that hole. Well, one day, Kenny and I decided, I got on a single ducky, and of course he was kayaking, and we were heading down my first time by myself, Cucumber
I broke
Rapid.
a paddle through there before.
And so Kenny says, follow me, do what I do, and I do the total opposite. And as you can see in the pictures we're going to show, you can barely see the top of my head. That's how deep it was. Somehow I managed to pull it through, but it definitely was a scary moment for sure. But good news is I didn't swim on this one.
There is several rapids on the loop, everywhere from a level 1 to a level 3. I skipped several of them, but this is Railroad. This is the last one right before you get out. You definitely, if you're doing a loop, do not want to go past the railroad. You want to look for on the river right for a sign. That way you know where to get out of the loop. I always like to end my day with a roll, just to make sure I still know how to do it. I also want to talk about what OHIOPYLE has. They have an obstacle course. They also have mini golf. They also have many places to shop, and you can find a location to swim. Make sure you don't go past the ropes, because the falls are right below the ropes, and you do not want to know how that would turn out. Things here in 2020 definitely has been changed. Make sure you call or check out on the website for all these things I was just talking about.
One trip on the loop.
Okay, so that's the fun part about the loop. Now you got to get out and you got to travel up this rocky path as you carry your kayak. It's not real long, but it's definitely, if you're not in shape, can wear you out. But I hope you learned something. This is the parking lot where you can park in order to either get on the rail trail, or if you're going to get a ride back from your loop as you travel over the railroad trusses, and then you're right back to where you started. That's the awesome part about the loop. For all the details, make sure you check out their website.
You're not supposed to be running from a copperhead. You're supposed to videotape it.
That's awesome. She got some people kayaking. We went to different rocks.
Nice. So you want to, since stuff is loaded up, go ahead and eat, and then
Yeah,
go.
we can.
And then Kendall agrees. She seconds that emotion. Motion.
As you heard, it's 2020. One thing you will have to look out for is road construction, as they're making more room for parking. One of my favorite things about OHIOPYLE is finding somewhere to eat, and there's plenty places throughout the area to get you some grub. One of our favorite areas to eat is the Firefly on the plaza, and today that's where we're heading. Not only do they have awesome sandwiches, we can go right inside and get some ice cream, and Heidi will tell you all about that.
As Kenny was saying, inside the building beside the Firefly is actually one of our other favorite places, the Falls Market Restaurant. Inside, you're going to find ice cream, some different kind of homemade candies, variety of food. And they also have a lot of souvenir options if you're looking to take home something from OHIOPYLE. And also inside this building is another bathroom in case you need it.
As we finish up our ice cream, we get ready for our bike ride. We heard a horn. I wanted to come over and show you also another feature of OHIOPYLE is the train. There's a train that runs throughout the area. Make sure you watch out for that. Up where you get onto the main rail trail system, there is the old train station, and there you can find restrooms and the history of the area. But not only that, if you have a flat or need some tools, there's a little workstation right out in front of it that's there for everybody to use.
No.
Not only can you rent rafts and kayaks and duckies, but you can also rent bicycles in case you don't have room to bring them in your car. I hooked up with one of the providers of rentals. Let's see what he has to say.
Alright, so what's your name?
Riley.
So what's the name of your shop?
We're the Wilderness Voyagers bike shop.
Alright, so somebody comes and they decide they want to mountain bike the trail, or the rail trail. What's the going rate on the rental?
For the rail trail bikes, we'll typically send them out on either our single speed mountain bikes or our hybrids here, and both of those guys run $8 an hour. But if you're going over like 3.5 hours, we'll cap you at 30. So.
Okay, sweet. Do you have a regular mountain bike also if they want to hit the trail?
We got a few more mountain bike options. In the back, we've got some big Honzos if you're doing more single track stuff, and those guys will run you 15 an hour.
15 an hour.
Yep.
All right. So what about bike mate? And if somebody blows a tube or something, you have that for them?
Come right on in, man. We'll help you out.
All right. Sweet. Nice to meet you.
No worries,
See ya.
dude.
Now those prices will obviously change, but that give you some idea how much a bike will cost. There's also a church in the area in case you're camping in the area and you want to check it out on Sunday.
If you're into biking, OHIOPYLE has the Great Allegheny Passage Rail Trail system going through it. This trail system goes all the way to Pittsburgh, Cumberland, Maryland, and also through Washington, D.C. There are 27 miles of the Gap Rail Trail within OHIOPYLE, and there's also over 20 miles of mountain bike single track. One of my favorite parts of the rails and trails at OHIOPYLE is going from OHIOPYLE to Confluence, which is 10 miles one way. Me and my sister Jonna has done this trail a few times, and we have such a great time. The scenery is awesome. You run the trail up to the river, and you get to see a different part of the countryside, and it's just a great place to stop and have some food when you get to Confluence.
It won't take very long.
After you start on the rail trail, you'll cross the original bridge, but this is the second bridge. Even if you don't have a mountain bike, it's an easy hike down to check out the scenery. From here down is the lower Yough, and if you're on the lower Yough, you're going to have a handful, so make sure you're experienced at whitewater rafting. And Dimple Rock is the one you definitely want to research before you end up trying it on your first attempt. There is a go around, like if you're not confident in your skills, you can port out to the right and walk around Dimple Rock. That is the most dangerous rapid on the river system. But as I was saying, if you're visiting OHIOPYLE, it's definitely a short little walk to come down here and check out the river. Now, we're out and heading for some mountain biking. From the rail trail, you take this left, and this trail actually runs right up to the OHIOPYLE State Park Campground. And in order to get information, check out their website at OHIOPYLE State Park Campground.
And that's not the only place to camp around OHIOPYLE State Park. You can also go to Scarlet Knob Campground, and that's where Kenny and I stayed when we got engaged. And you can also stay at Benner's, I'm thinking I'm saying that right, campground, which they have a swimming pool and some different activities for the kids. But there's all kinds. If you just look up OHIOPYLE State Park camping, there's a lot of places to stay around there. Nemacolin not too far away if you're not into the tent or camper scene. And also around OHIOPYLE, I think there's some bread and breakfasts and things like that too.
As you know, we're everything about the trail, and unfortunately today the rain was coming and we weren't able to hit as much of a mountain bike trail as we would like, but we got what we can and we had an awesome day.
It's raining! Well, I knew it was going to rain. Yeah. No, I never said that. All right, bring the weather up.
I knew the weather is
I know, but
for hours.
No, bring the freaking amp up.
I'm telling you, it's a storm for a long time. It's not like it's a spotty little.
Here, do your doodad.
Go for waterproof, right?
Yeah.
Why not though? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna get this one, but like
I think you're underneath the best tree right there.
No, I'm getting it very good. I don't know.
I don't know that
Well,
there's
I'm
it.
definitely not now.
I'm definitely not now.
I'll get up and get it. I think Mom's in a pretty good spot.
Oh, I think we just might as well plan on getting wet.
Do you see timber? Do you see timber?
Oh, it's not gonna last.
Do you see timber under his feet? Like, you are my range. Oh.
There's a big red dot right above us right now. Oh, quit.
I have my phone in my pocket. Yeah. It's water resistant, but not waterproof. And I also don't want to take the chip. Look at my forehead. It's bad right here.
I don't know. I don't know whether it's just a huddle up. It's not gonna last very long, but oh, I got a good spot here. A little ways. You guys got dry clothes in the truck? Come over here. You should have brought an umbrella.
How is that going to help us fly away?
Well, we're not. A huddle under a tree would help.
I don't like this spot. Mom, there's no escape! Mom, like I'm dripping off my nose. Oh, that's good too.
See, it's slacking off. Timber enjoys it. Right, Timber? You don't mind it at all.
He's like, I'm getting a break.
Me and Kendall's going down a natural slide anyway. We're going to get wet.
Are we?
Oh, are we?
I thought I did, but
All right.
come on, Timber, break over.
Oh. Yeah, I'm getting wet now. It's brightening up. It's almost over.
As we're wrapping up our mountain bike trail for the day, we're heading to a very spatial location that Heidi and I have visited many times. Oh, Cucumber Falls.
Hey, it's going to rain. Timber.
From here at the Cucumber Falls entrance, you can check out the falls,
Yes,
or you
it
can
is.
walk on down to the river. The river is a better place to go swim, but you can hang out down here at the falls. It's not the best for swimming,
what's the
but
chance
it's
of
kind
rain
of cool
today?
to get in behind the waterfalls, as Heidi has done many
Yes,
times.
sir. He's a little wet. Or ma'am. Thank you.
Cucumber Falls has a 30-foot cascade. Now today, it's not as impressive as it usually is, but you can still get the effect. This falls has a path where you can walk completely around it, and you can see through the falls and to the other side, which is pretty cool.
Man, you guys found a good spot. Oh, you still got soap?
This is the exact spot that I asked Heidi to marry me. As you can tell, the rocks can be slippery. You definitely don't want to have injuries or loss of balance in this area, or you could fall and hurt yourself pretty severely. But I'm going to get a little bit of the drone footage and show you what the Cucumber Falls is all about. It's a little low today, but that's Cucumber Falls, and off to our next adventure. This is the natural slide. This, as soon as you come in the park on the right, that's parking lot. That first parking lot on the right, coming from the West Virginia side of the park. That's the parking lot for the natural slide.
Come on, let's go get in the water.
Now, I've done this
Easy,
before.
pull me in.
I wouldn't really say it's all that fun, but the kids have a blast. but it's definitely a good place to bring your little ones in order to cool off on a hot summer day. While I was here checking out, this little guy talked his mom in trying it out. He looks like he was having a blast, but she really didn't look like she was having a great time either. Well, that's that. That's
Good job,
OHIOPYLE. We showed you some trails. We showed you some kayaking. We share this information
Denver,
with
we
you.
made it.
Hopefully you can find
We
something to
made
do
it,
on those
Denver.
weekends that you're not on your bike or quad. I hope you enjoy
Nice
it. Make sure
try,
you like
trees.
and subscribe to our channel.
Shade tree here.
We'll get back out to the racing
boy,
again
Tim.
soon. Until
Here, sit.
then, we'll catch you on the next trail.
What do you think,
Thanks for
sweetie?
watching.
Refreshing? Kennel?
Cold.
Yeah. That's a wrap.
Push the logo in the center to subscribe or watch the next video.